All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Shemar Kakadash, double honor to the elders apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, this is a quick video. All right, continue to put those prayers and those curses up. All right, Akim, because they're working. All right, we're seeing that the days are being shorter. Time is time is passing by fast, man. And things are happening at a rapid pace, and I definitely see that these curses and these prayers that brothers put up, constantly, man, are working. All right, they're working. Scoffers getting jacked up, niggas are being exposed. All right, even the last couple of days it's been raining here, floods, tornadoes in the city. All right, around my area, man, and pass through. All right, jacking things up. All right, and the Lord is bringing this place to an end. All right, the economy. All right, the moral, the morals of the people. Everything is true, man. All right, and that's from the prayers and curses that brothers put up on a daily basis. All right, whether that be on individuals, all right, businesses, whatever, man. The Lord is doing His work that He promised that He was going to do. All right, I want to get a couple of scriptures and get in and get out. All right, the first one I'm gonna start off with is uh Sirach 35:17. It says, "The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds." All right, and who's the humble? Ultimately, the elect. All right, the elect is going to be the ones that are humble. All right, the ones that are pretty much in the state of humbleness and meekness for Yahweh Shem Shai, man. All right, he says the prayers of the humble pierce the clouds. So the Lord hears and answers our prayers, man. All right, till it come nigh, He will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold. My bad, it says, till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. All right, and that's what's happening. All right, all throughout Israel, the Lord is judging wicked niggas. The Lord is judging so-called prophets. What these guys are, a lot of these guys out here are not the prophets of the Lord. All right, a lot of those guys are scam artists. They seek their own. All right, they try to make profit off the sincere. All right, and the Lord got Jake woman exposing them. All right, the Lord got all type of things going down, man. Where these guys are being seen as frauds, man. All right, a bunch of charlatans, man. All right, a bunch of goddamn fakes. All right, that's all through the prayers of the Lord. The Lord told us to put these prayers up, told us to put these curses up. All right, and He's gonna come through and answer. All right. I want to get this one too, which we always go into this one time and time again whenever we get it. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 6 verse 18. It says, "Praying always." You see, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching therefore thereunto. My bad, with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. All right. But the point is praying always. All right. We have to constantly pray always. And when you go into that word supplication, all right, supplication, just get straight to the point. Hold up.
Strong's G1162. Deasis.
No.
Deasis.
My bad. I hit the wrong button. Wait, hold up. Hold up. I think I know I gotta go down. But yeah, it goes into the word supplication. When you go into the word supplication, right there, just get straight to the point. The word supplication goes into to beg, man. All right, we have to beg the Lord to answer our prayers and what we want, man, and what brothers should be praying for. Now, I'm gonna get that scripture later on. Right, praying for shorter days, man. Praying for the Lord to bring swift destruction upon Babylon the Great. All right, to cast our enemies, Esau, Edom, and these other nations down. All right, and to uplift us, man, to put us on top. All right, those are things that you should be praying for in the spirit. All right, to grow more in spirit, to be, some brothers need, the quiet brothers. They need to have the spirit being more vocal, all right, being more vocal in the spirit, you know, to grow more, to ask the Lord for the things that you need in the spirit, all right, and you know what they are. You know the things that you need to work on in the spirit. Some brothers maturity, some brothers more patience, but these are the things, these are the things we should be asking the Lord to bless us with, man. All right, and I show that too, because I made that point. You know, even asking the Lord, to get on some of our enemies, man. All right, the people that come up against us, whether that be at work, whether that be so-called family members, neighbors, niggas in traffic, man. You could put curses on them niggas, man. All right. And the Lord in due time, because the scripture says a sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. All right. And then sometimes on the Lord time, the Lord to get them niggas, man. Like I got a particular scoffer, a residential scoffer, next to me, constantly coming up against me, doing certain things. I got some news. I think the Lord came the Lord came swift with her husband, and basically, he was scoffing, and he was pretty much coming up against me, and then he did some things towards me and her brother, and the Lord, with a month later, the Lord smoked his ass, man. And I think some shit didn't happen to his wife, Hey, that's from the prayers of the Lord, it ain't me, it's them prayers and them curses you put up on them, man. And like I said, brothers out there, continue to put them up, to continue to push those prayers and curses out on these damn devils, man, and these people in this place, man. All right, but I'm gonna get another scripture. This is 1 Timothy's chapter 2. And I'm gonna go down 8. It says, and I would therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up the hands. And that's why you see brothers too, man. Open monologues of the videos, you see brothers lift their hands up. All right. And in most cases, you lift the hands up and you face the east, and you pray in the name of Yahweh Shai, man, that the Lord deliver us, or whatever your prayers is, and that's why we do that. A lot of people that asked that in the past, why we lift our hands up, but that's the correct way to pray. All right. You pray and face the east. It's not about the Christian or the Roman Catholic way of putting your hands together and praying, getting on your knees and pray. You know how we've been brought up as young kids or young children, how we've been brought up to pray. That's not the way to pray. That's, when we did other videos in the past, when you put your hands together like that, that goes into the basically the vesica Pisces, man. It's the, it looks, and like I said, we didn't show it in the past. It's basically the worship of the vagina, man. All right. So that's what it looks like when you're praying in the Catholic way, all right, the Christian way. All right. But we know we're supposed to face the east. All right. But let me read it again. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 8. It says, I would therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and without doubting. All right. All right. And that's what brothers do, man. And it works. All right. We already in the mid part of the year. All right. Storms and all right, floods and jacking this place up. Wars on a break. All right. Racial tension. Even when you look at that thing that happened with Carmelo Anthony out there in Texas, Fresno, Texas, I believe. The Lord's got the racial tension high. Things are happening, man. All right. We at the break of this thing going down. Which the apostles already, starting with the apostles already put out there long ago, man. All right. We've seen these things come true. All right. I got another one. This is Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. It says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication and thanksgiving, let your requests, all right, let your requests be made known unto the Most High. It says let me read that the other one. It says, in the peace of the Most High, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Yahweh Shah Mashiach. All right. So you got to put up those requests, man. All right. if a scoffer or a wicked nigga coming up against you, man, and he's an Israelite or another nation, man, you can put curses on that nigga, man. All right. And it's so many scriptures, you'll be out here all day, but there's so many scriptures that that's pretty much out there to show that too, like we did a video in the past, how to finesse the wicked, or how to finesse this world, man. You don't have to tell these niggas the truth. All right, 2/3 of our people, your so-called family members that are you don't have to tell them niggas nothing, man. All right, if they come up against you, you can put curses on them. All right, and the wicked nigga that at work coming up against you, a so-called supervisor. All right, you can put curses on that nigga, man. Edomite and all right, he could be a goddamn Moabite. It don't matter. All right. Hey, because you believe, man. You're the one that believes in Yahweh Shem Rashad, man. You're right. You're one of those little ones, man, that these guys are offending. All right. And the Lord, like I say, the Lord will answer your prayers in due time. All right. He might not get them right then and there. He might not get them tomorrow. But in the end, you'll hear about it. Like I say, I didn't see in my short time in this truth, man. I didn't see the Lord get niggas, man. Niggas that came up against the brothers. Myself, the apostles, man. All right. So like I say, keep lifting them prayers up, man. Keep putting them curses on them niggas, man. All right. Because they ain't right, man. All right. They're not right. And I got some scriptures too. All right. The first one I'm gonna get right here. This is I might get this one. Let's see. Okay, this is Luke chapter 18, verse 6. It says, and the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge say, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him? And crying day and night goes into prayer, man. All right, begging the Lord, all right, for whatever it may be. Even like I say, certain people coming up against you, man. But the elect is going to be crying day and night. All right. What that one is in what that scripture? It's in my head. It's in my head in Ezekiel, man. Ezekiel 4. Well, no, Ezekiel. Let me look at it real fast. Real fast. Ezekiel. Yeah, there you go. Ezekiel 9. Same thing happened here. Ezekiel 9. Ezekiel 9 and 4, it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the men, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, all right, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, all right. That's what the elect going to be doing, sighing and crying, praying unto the Lord, man, putting up curses, all right, asking the Lord to avenge us, man, asking the Lord to get these devils, or whatever it may be, man. But the elect is going to be in that spirit of sighing and crying, all right. But it says, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, all right, though he bear along with them. He said, and I tell you that he will avenge them speedily, all right. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith upon the earth, all right. So you see, all right, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai is going to avenge his men, all right. And he said he's going to do it speedily, all right. And that's to the scoffers and scorners, all right. Those are men that come up against the apostles, all right. That's why you're seeing, that's why we're seeing in this short time what's going on in the last couple of months. You've seen the Lord been exposing niggas, man. I mean, I'm talking about putting niggas' dirty laundry out there on Front Street, all right. And these guys, these particular guys, that once praised, you know, the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. They gave honors to the apostles, and then what happened? They get bugged out with pride, man. All right, they get bugged out. They get those bags, and then what happened, man? Them niggas fall off. All right, all right. Then they ultimately get exposed. But like I said, we put curses on them niggas too, man. All right. All right. Did not Paul say this? This is not Paul, Salaki, David. All right. King David said it best, man. This is Psalms 69 and 22. It says, let their tables become a snare before them. You see? And that which should be have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. All right. And that's what's been happening, man. All right. The same things these guys, gloried in, having what it is. These guys want to have so-called glory, fame over here. It became a trap unto them, man. All right. And it ain't nothing wrong but cursing them niggas. Niggas want to be on podcasts, want to do all this. They're there for the glitz and glamour, man. All right. They want to accept those Judas purse. They want to be somebody. So let it be a trap unto them. They ain't, like I say, and we ask the Lord to get them niggas, man. All right, because they ain't right. They're teaching men to go off, man. Teaching men to all right, really glorify them. All right, because it's not even about Yahweh Shai no more. It's about them. They want the fame. They want to be well known in Israel. Really, they want to be well known in the world too. And you see it. All right, they cause men to add and take away from the scriptures. All right. Oh, the scriptures don't matter. Put the Bible down. All right. I got one more too going into this, man. All right. But you, like I said, you put curses on them niggas, man. All right. You ask the Lord, like the scriptures say, let Satan have his way with him. This is Galatians 1 and 8. It says, but through we are in the angels from heaven, all right, preach any other. I said, but though we are an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be a curse. You see, let him be a curse, man. So ain't nothing wrong with putting curses on these niggas, man. Putting curses on our people. All right, they come up preaching another gospel, scoffing. We didn't had certain guys even cursed out the name of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, we put curses on them niggas. A year go by, you see them again. They look like they're walking around looking like from the movie Thinner. All right, look like the nigga need an Alka-Seltzer. The nigga look sick, man. But that's from going up against that name, coming up against the men in the Lord. But I'm gonna let me get this one right here. I ended on this one because this is what we should be. This kind of remind me of a prayer. Because this is what we should be asking the Lord for, man. All right. In those in our prayers. Let me see. It's right here. Should be right here. 10 and all right. Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 10. It says, thus said the Lord unto Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom, all right, of Jerusalem, all right, which I would have given unto Israel, all right. Their glory also will I take unto me and give these the everlasting tabernacles, which I have prepared for them. Ooh, excuse me. All right, they have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savior. All right, they shall neither labor nor be weary. All right, go and go and ye shall receive. Pray for fewer days. All right, this is what we should be praying for, man. All right, using this as an example. All right, we should be praying for fewer days to get the hell up on out of here. All right, out of America, man. That Yahweh send Yahweh Shai even quicker. All right, Hold on real fast. I want to check some. Okay. That he sends Yahweh Shai even quicker, all right, to bring these damn devils down, man. To get us up out of this place, man. Because all this place is doing is destroying us, man. We getting, when you instead of being in a place like this, man, this is a cesspool, man. All right. The air is trash, the water, all right, the food is trash, man. All right. And all it does is steady grinds you down, man. All right. The people here grinds you down from the conversation, the shit that you see them do, man, whether on TV or in person, man. All right. So we need shorter days. All right. It says, pray for fewer days unto you that they may be shortened. All right. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, and that's what we need to do, man. Continue to pray for shorter days because the kingdom is already prepared. All right. The Lord had already told you in my Father's house, there's many mansions. He went away to prepare a kingdom, a glorious kingdom for us, man. And like I say, it's funny that you're looking at what's on the screen right here, and this is just it's not even close to what the kingdom will look like. But hey, we got a visual. Who wouldn't want this, man? Waterfalls, flowers, happiness, man. All right, true glory. All right, you really, you're really able to see your children grow, man. Having a family and being on top, all right? Having dominance on top, man, ruling, all right? And having these devils work like this right here, like the screen, all right? But with that, I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh Shai, by Shem, Kakadash, double honors again to the elders apostles, peace, blessings, and salutations again to the hopeful elect. Shalom.